Talking of which...
You can't have a special occasion without a spectacular chocolate dessert, and this one will always get you an invite to the party. I'm going to make a Tahini Caramel chocolate truffle torte. It is decadent, it is luxurious, it's everything you want from a dessert to impress your friends. I'm going to start off by making my Tahini caramel, and for that you need 300 grams of sugar.
This caramel doesn't require water, but it does need your full attention.
Every time a bit of sugar melts, sprinkle in a little bit more. So it's always best just to swirl your pan around, because if you stir it, what happens is you tend to agitate the sugar crystals and then it seizes up, and then you've ruined your caramel. The colour you want in your caramel is like a deep, dark amber, almost burnt is what you're looking for. So it's really kind of pushing your caramel to the limits. You want to develop that flavour. I'm going to add my other ingredients so I can make it into an amazing Tahini caramel. So I've got 150 grams of soft butter, 120 millilitres of cream, and then 200 grams of tahini. Tahini is a sesame paste. I use it mainly in savoury cooking, but actually it works so well with caramel and chocolate, a bit like how you use peanut butter with chocolate. This recipe came about because I had a bit of tahini left in the fridge and I was like, what could I use it for? Obviously hummus, but I was like, tahini, caramel, chocolate. Why not just throw it in? It's a bit of experimenting. Not always good, but this turned out well. This caramel tahini sauce would be fantastic on ice cream. Make that rather bland vanilla ice cream a little bit more interesting. Right, I've got my 160 grams of cornflakes here, and I'm gonna add half the caramel to my cornflake mix. The caramel is going to act like the glue for this dessert. Okay, so I have a cake tin lined with some baking paper.
Once it's nice and compact, add the remaining caramel.
And that goes in the fridge for about half an hour to set. Make a chocolate ganache, which is literally equal amounts of cream and chocolate. And that's it. Oh, a little pinch of salt. So, I'm adding 150 millilitres of double cream. Just gonna warm that up. So I've got some finely chopped dark chocolate. So it's 150 grams. You want the cream just to come to a boil, and when it starts bubbling, take it off the heat and pour it over your dark chocolate. Now with my dark chocolate, I always love adding a pinch of salt. Brings out the flavour, you just get more intensity. Try it out, you won't regret it. Okay, so I think that has been sitting long enough. I'm just gonna give it a little mix.
When the ganache is fully mixed, pour over the chilled caramel and cornflake base.
I love smoothing out chocolate ganache. There's something very satisfying about it, and how shiny it is. So once you've smoothed out the chocolate ganache, so it completely covers the caramel layer, then you can put it in the fridge. So it'll probably take about an hour to set. Ooh. Taking off the paper. Now this is the tricky bit, getting it on the cake stand. Done. Phew. The whole cake is super easy, but that part is always a bit nerve-wracking for me. Now I can just enjoy it. Finishing touch, you don't have to do this, but I quite like to do it. It's just a little sprinkle, a very gentle sprinkle of sea salt on the kind of edge. Now the difficult part, the eating. It looks so rich and creamy, and then you have that caramel layer. Wow. So you want to get a bit of that dark chocolate ganache, the tahini caramel, and that crunchy base, all in one mouthful. Oh wow. I just love how it kind of just melts on your tongue. The chocolate ganache and the caramel. And it looks beautiful too.
Whether it's savoury or sweet, make some room at your next special occasion for chocolate.